The story.
Mika here to announce that the city of New York is severing all contracts with the Trump organization, citing an insurrection against the United States government clearly constitutes criminal activity. Right now, the Trump organization profits about $17 million a year from these contracts. They cover four different sites.
Well, the Trump Links course at Ferry Point, which we've all seen when you cross the Whitestone Bridge sitting there.
Actually is a deal that should never have been made in the first place, in my view, and you're not going to see anything like that going forward in New York City.
What about the two ice skating rinks in Central Park, Lasker on the north side and Woolman on the south side of the park near 59th?
They have profited from these contracts. They will profit no longer.
What about the Central Park Carousel?
The city of New York will no longer have anything to do with the Trump organization.
So wait, the Carousel contract with Team Trump is dead?
They have profited from these contracts. They will profit no longer.
Ouch. Even the children's Carousel doesn't want Donald Trump's name on it. And that has got to hurt. And oh, by the way, the damage keeps getting worse. Hello, everybody. I'm David Shuster, and thanks for joining us. The ice skating rinks and the carousel in New York City Central Park, and they're beautiful, by the way, don't just feed Donald Trump's ego. They are part of a story that he likes to inflate about himself. When he was running for the presidency and also in office and trying to promote an infrastructure bill in the United States, he held up these facilities and his management of them as evidence of his incredible greatness, his skill, his business acumen.
When I did the Woolman rink, it was 7 years. They couldn't get it built. It would have been forever. They couldn't get it built. And I did it in a few months at a much smaller price. They had invested $12 million in building an ice skating rink in the middle of Central Park. Somebody told me about this the other day. They've never forgotten it. It was a big deal at the time. It remains a big deal.
But now it's a deal that will go to somebody else. Since those riots at the U.S. Capitol, the Trump organization has lost two of its banks, its e-commerce vendor, several real estate agents. The Trump name has been restricted from the PGA from holding golf tournaments. There will be no tournaments at the Scottish golf course either. Facebook, Twitter, other social media have banned Donald Trump, and all of this comes at a very precarious time. These rejections come at a time when the Trump organization owes more than $400 million in debt and loans that are looming that will soon be called. So the pressure on Donald Trump and his organization is certainly intense right now. And even the little things can add up. The Trump hotels, for example, they've been hurting over the last year because of the pandemic and the fewer number of people who have been staying at those hotels. And even something like losing a $17 million contract with the city of New York, well, that can be painful. Eric Trump, one of the Trump sons, has been running the Trump organization ever since his dad became president. He's not expressing much concern about any financial challenges with the Trump organization, and he's blaming some of these contracts being canceled on what he calls the liberal cancel culture. Quote, if you disagree with them, if they don't like you, they try and cancel you. That's what Eric Trump told the Associated Press. When the Associated Press reporter asked Eric about his father and the supporters trying to cancel out the results of the election, Eric Trump hung up and the phone went dead. Interesting times, but if one thing is certainly clear, the Trump name right now is dirt, even for children.